Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. It's your host with the most reported live to you and yours. Obviously, we're back again. The channel is back again. And we got good news today. I hope you people are keeping up with the daily transfers. I've been dropping on the daily. Of course, there's been a lot of buzz up and down, going up London, going up to Newcastle. But I'm happy all you guys are here. Make sure you smash the like and you subscribe to your boy. Today's going to be a big one, of course. Daily it's a big one, but today it's another big one because finally Arsenal, they have their gunsmen, they have their gunmen, they have their hitmen. Finally, Gyökeres has signed the deal with Arsenal. People, it's not looking good. I'm putting a pause on everyone. I'm just letting everyone know that Arsenal finally have signed Gyökeres, and it is officially bad news for everyone. It's literally bad news for everyone. Gyökeres has signed his deal, full and final. If you saw it, he landed yesterday. I talked about, if you didn't watch the episode I dropped yesterday, I talked about that he was in a plane to fly, and then we saw the pictures with him and his agent in the car, in the private plane, and until they landed, because the FI, the FBI has been keeping tabs on the guy. But guys, Gyökeres has landed. Gyökeres has landed, people. Victor Gyökeres has landed. He is officially a gunner. You know, how do I feel? I cannot say, man. I cannot say how I feel. I am gassed. I am fully gassed because he is the missing piece to what we've been doing. He is the missing piece, and he alone can take us forward, people. He alone, I'm sure, he will take us forward, because he is a gunsman, he's a talisman, he's a hitman. He's the cartel hitman, the guy, Don Corleone was sending on that John Gotti movie to take out people. He is the one guy, he's the hitman, and he will make sure he's putting the whole Premier League on pause. Everyone is worried, but of course the haters will not admit. No one is going to admit that Victor Gyökeres is a big threat. But guys, I want to welcome Victor Gyökeres officially to Arsenal. Welcome to the Arsenal Football Club. You are officially an invincible, and you'll be wearing the iconic 14. The iconic 14 is going to be wearing. So, guys, we as Arsenal fans, I'm sure everyone knows, that Gyökeres has landed, and even in his interview, Gyökeres was very very excited. He mentioned a lot about Arsenal, about what he spoke with Arteta, the conversations they had that made him fall in love with Arsenal, and even Fabio Romano put in a final tweet that Victor Gyökeres joins Arsenal on a 5-year deal have for 63 million plus 10 million add-ons in agreement with Sporting Lisbon. The saga is finally over, people. For 3 months, we've been fighting for Gyökeres. 3 months. Literally 3 months we've been fighting for Gyökeres. And I can finally say that we have our guy now. We have our hitman finally after 3 years of trying to get this guy. Not 3 years, 3 months. In his and even Arsenal posted a picture of him with the better signing the contract. The one was a real one. It's not like the Moscara one where they took the pictures 2, 3 weeks ago and then they posted it 2 weeks ago. But for Jokers, you could see that the movement was imminent, it was quick, and he is the final piece, people. He is the final piece, the final nail into the coffin. So all you guys with your banter and your tweets, you might want to kiss that goodbye, because Arsenal finally have a striker right now. And it's a Swedish striker, not Isak, but Victor Gyökeres. Victor Gyökeres is in London. He is in London. And when on the interview he was asked why he chose Arsenal, and this is what he said. I just feel that the club was right for me, what I had from Carl and Andre when I was speaking with them, and just what I've seen in the past years, how they've been playing football. When I was playing against Arsenal last season, I could really feel it. It was a strong team and very difficult to play against. That made me choose Arsenal. Even him, when we played Sporting, he felt it, bro. He felt it. I don't know if he felt the celebration Joe Chris made, the celebration Gabriel made, but he felt it that this was the right team. And I'm sure this is all credit to. This all credit to Andre Beta. Andre Beta, I think he is the guy that brought in. This is an Andre Beta signing. It is Andre Beta all over it. I don't think Arteta was hoping for this one. I think Arteta was just thinking he would just stick to he was thinking he would just stick to Kai Havertz. But I don't think Kai Havertz is the thing. And even on Arteta even mentioned that he brings the clinical edge, with the high conversion rate into goals. This is exactly what we've been missing. Cutting edge, needle movers, people we can rely on in the last minute when we totally down and out. Those draws, if you remember last season, we had like 18 draws. If all those draws could have been turned into wins, it would happen if we had a striker. We've been crying for a striker for literally more than 3 years now. We've been crying for a striker, and finally Arsenal gets a striker. And guys, stop all the banter now. I'm keeping receipts of all the tweets people are talking about. People are even putting in tweets talking about see no trophy, speak no trophy, hear no trophy. We are keeping receipts of everything because with Victor Joker stepping in, this guy scores goals for fun. This guy really scores goals for fun. And people are even playing it down because of he's coming from Sporting Lisbon, he's coming from a farmers league. This is what they are saying. But if it's in a farmers league, how is he keeping on banging? How he keeps banging 100 goals in 2 years? It's not possible. It's not really, really possible. Arteta also mentioned that we are absolutely decided to welcome Gyökeres to the club. The consistent he has shown, his performances and ability have been outstanding, and his goal contribution speaks for himself. Victor has so many qualities. He is quick, powerful, and presence up front with incredible goal scoring numbers at the club and international level. He brings a clinical edge, high conversion rate of chances into goals with intelligent movement in the box, making him a constant threat. We are excited to bring Victor to our squad and looking forward to be working with him. It is not looking good, people. It is not looking good. I'm telling everyone, it's not looking good. Victor Gyökeres is in London. All this talk about London is red, blue. We'll have to see. But I'm just happy and I want to welcome Victor Gyökeres to Arsenal. He's going to be wearing the iconic jersey number 14. You know, who was wearing number 14, right? One of the best Premier League strikers we have ever seen. I'm not hearing Didier Drogba. I'm not hearing anyone. He is the all-rounder. It was well and good until this guy. It will be well and good until this guy steps in and then he puts on the knife. Right now, people are already running him out, writing him out, talking about Gyökeres is just Gyökeres is average. He will not make it in the Premier League. He has been banging in the Champions League. I don't know why you people are not bringing it up. But finally, guys, we have a striker. We've been crying for striker for almost 3 years now. It's almost 3 years now. We've been crying for strikers. So for us to finally have one now, it really, really means a lot. It really, really means a lot. We want to see him join the preseason now. We want to see him join the preseason. Once he joins the preseason, and then he is in Hong Kong. We want to see him playing the Hong Kong game because I think in Hong Kong we're going to play Tottenham. I don't think tomorrow's game is going to be available in tomorrow's game. I doubt tomorrow's game he will be available. But we want to see him, bro, because Gyökeres is a game changer. Sporting even still playing dirty on him. They will not pay his July salary because he was absent from training. They're all just taking a knee. They're just trying to rob him off. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. In other breaking news, Gyökeres was settled in his hotel, but he even declined dinner, because he was afraid that there will be some food poisoning. There will be some food poisoning, and it will just mess up his move for the medical. It's just people trolling us now. But we are very happy with Gyökeres, people. We are very, very happy. Uh, if you are signing needle movers like this Arteta all the time, there wouldn't be any buzz, all the time that people are going against you. If you're signing solid people who are needle movers like this, not bringing in people like Madueke. No, we cannot do with Madueke. I'm sorry. But you need to bring needle movers. You need to bring people that will change the game. People that we can look up to if they're coming up from the bench. This is what we're talking about when we're talking about proper signing. Yeah. This is what we wanted. This is what we wanted you to deliver. Finally, after 3 years, you have seen the light. After 3 years, Arteta has seen the light. Arsenal, yeah, I mean, Arsenal also had one practice in Singapore in front of the fans. I saw the videos. It was very, very nice and attractive. If you want it will be a good thing to be just see your team practicing. Singapore fans, I think they had a good treat. You know, just seeing your team practicing and everything. It was a very, very good treat for them. I hope it will turn into something. And in other news, Jesus seems like Andre better. He wants to sell Jesus. I don't know what's your thoughts on this one, guys, but it seems like Jesus is on his way out. He's going to join Flamengo, the Brazilian team. I don't know what's your thought on this one. Do we need to keep him? I think he's going on a loan with an option to buy. So if you ask me, I think we need to be sell. We need to it's anything. We need to get him moving. That's just about it. We need to get him moving. I think the problem with the Jesus has been he gets so many injuries. This is the problem with Jesus. You remember last season he had a good patch. He played very well, Jesus, but then he had so many injuries. So I think Jesus, if we decide to sell him, I think it will be a good move for Arsenal. It will be a very, very good move for Arsenal. He has done so much for the club, rightfully so, but I think where we are going, even if a tree wants to grow, it needs to cut off some branches, some leaves, for it to keep growing. So I think where we are right now, I think we need to sell this guy. We need to sell Jesus. I don't think he can take us forward. Where we are going, I don't think he can take us forward. The problem with him is he gets so many injuries. I remember the time when we even signed him in the beginning of the when we initially signed Jesus. And I was even happy with the signing because from Man City, I think he was averaging like 10 goals. And then he is always injured. That is the thing. He always gets his knee injury. Not to say it's his fault, but he is not. We will need someone who is reliable. That is the thing with Jesus. So if Jesus is going to Flamingo, I think it will be a good move. I don't see what's the issue there. I know people are talking about squad depth, that we will need a good squad depth, but the thing is we need to sell some players also as well. We need to sell so we know that we can bring in. So if he goes to Flamingo with an option to buy, then that would be a good thing. They'll definitely, obviously they'll not buy him now. They'll buy him in the next season. That is just the thing. In other news, Fulham seem to be in advanced talks to signing Nelson. Nelson is my homeboy. I mentioned it yesterday. If you didn't watch the show, go and check it out. Sorry, people. Eze is like my homie, and I'm really really touched that they want to sell Eze, because Eze is like family, So it seems like Arteta is just gonna sell him now. Uh, can I argue with this one? I cannot argue because if Fulham wants the player, we are looking to sell players with teams want. So if Fulham wants the player, they want to pay, then that's it because we need to raise money for Eze. That's just the thing. And I think that as a deal would depend with if we can get some people in. So that is the main thing with the as a deal. I just don't think I'm just worried because there is a deal. Nothing has been concrete of late. There's been rumors that people talked about yesterday that Eze already told his friends that he wants to move to Arsenal, and he even mentioned that he's keen on the move. But Crystal Palace have been straightforward. They've been talking about Eze's release clause is 60 million plus, I think 8 million add-ons, bring it up to 68 million. So Eze is a hefty one as well, but if you pay 60 million for him and then if you sell that midfield, I forgot his name, and then you sell and you loan Jesus, because Jesus is on a high pay wage, so he will save us a lot of money as well if we loan of Jesus and they can take over. Jesus, I think he's earning 200K or something. So that will be some money saved as well. And then we sell Nelson to Fulham. We can raise money for as very quick and easy. We can really, really raise money for Eze. But I want to know what you guys think about the Arsenal signings. Is Arsenal in the right direction, or are you people thinking it's a second again, or lay? Second again. Second again. Ole, ole. It's gonna be first again now. It's gonna be first again. But I know this one winger, guys. I don't know why people are not going for Rafa Leo. Rafa Leo has been cooking. I don't know why teams haven't been inquiring about Rafa Leo. If you saw the game today, with the Liverpool game, Rafa Leo was on fire. Rafa Leo was on fire. I don't know why we Arsenal haven't put in a bid on him. I don't know why teams are not coming for Rafael Leo, but he is definitely a good cooker. He's a needle mover. Even he had one post one time when he was wearing the Thierry only t-shirt. We can just go approach the team with Rafael little first. Let's hear what they can say. But no one has approached Rafael Leo. If you saw the way he was cooking against Liverpool, people need to check this one. And I think we need to be serious on Rafael Leo, man. We need to do something. Just try and see if you can get something on Rafael Leo. I'm being honest. But let's see how it goes. Let's see. Teams will do like this, and then in the next time they will not. Maybe teams are thinking. I think his release cost is a bit high. That is the other thing. That his release cost, I think, that's a bit higher. But he will make a strong addition. Rafael Leo. He will make a very very strong addition. I don't know why teams are not looking on him. Maybe something is there that we do not know. In other news, we will move to Liverpool. Liverpool played AC Milan, and apparently they even beat AC Milan. They beat AC Milan. I think they beat AC. Oh no, they were beaten by AC Milan 4-2. They were beaten by AC Milan 4-2. But already it's the first game of the season. People are just getting wound up and everything. But Wits looks solid. Wits looks solid. He has some good passes. He makes some solid passes in the space, which are very very good. And I think Liverpool have a good one. They made a good signing on that guy. They really really made a good signing on him. You know, and Nunes and Diaz, they didn't show up for the game. So since I think they are selling them, maybe that is why they are trying to do this thing, because they know they are selling this guy. So maybe that is why they didn't play him today. You wouldn't want to risk anyone you are playing, right? It does not make any business. You don't make any good business decision. If you're selling someone, then why would you wanna keep playing? It will not make any business. But Liverpool, Liverpool has been the talk. Liverpool have been the talk of all the town. Everywhere you go with Liverpool, there's Liverpool there. And the main news that has been coming away from Liverpool is the Isak deal. Can Liverpool get the Isak deal done? 150 million. It's a lot of money. People were talking about 150. That is might be the asking price. But from what's coming from David Ornstein, it looks like Liverpool are prepared to bid for the money. I think they have already communicated with Isak, like we need you now. No, we need you now. If you're not gonna join now, then we're gonna kick you out. It's just about it. We know maybe we'll not come back. We don't know what tomorrow holds. So I think that's why Isak is holding on. But Isak, the Newcastle fans are extremely angry. The Newcastle fans are very, very angry. They are infuriated. If you didn't see any Newcastle videos, just take out one or two. They are very, very angry, because from their side, they're mentioning that the board has been poor. And every year they get a new sporting director, and the other one is fired. So they've been blaming that there's been poor management. And from Isak's camp, word has been coming out that he's not happy with the plans for the team. He's been mentioning that the board has been showing no ambition. But at the end of the day, people, if a club like Liverpool comes knocking at your door, you're gonna answer. You're gonna answer open arms. You're gonna take the team. You're gonna be like, yeah, I'm here and I'm gonna take it. This is what I felt when this one. And but Wits is a good player. Wits is a good player. He makes some nice passes in the space. He likes playing in the space. His distribution is elite. His distribution is very, very elite. I didn't watch the full game, unfortunately. I just watched the highlights afterward. But his distribution is out of this world. People, he's very, very elite, and I think he will be cooking. He'll definitely be cooking for Liverpool. He will be cooking. But let's see how the Liverpool deal goes on, because from what's coming out on the word is just Isak is just focusing on Liverpool. This El Hilal came in with a bid. I think they were talking about they're gonna pay him 700K per week, but he said no. His main focus is only Liverpool. So let's have a debate, guys. Who is a better striker, Isak or Gyökeres? Who is a better striker, Isak or Gyökeres? I want to see the debate. I want to hear your thoughts. Who is a better striker, Isak or Gyökeres? Who do you think? Who are you picking for your team? Who are you picking? Who are you gonna take, Gyökeres? Are you gonna put on the mask, or you're going for Isak? Because Isak has outclassed. Gyökeres has outclassed Isak in the Swedish games. Isak has like 15 goals in 50 games, and the Isak is like, and Gyökeres is like 20 something goals in Isak, yeah, like 18 goals in like 26 games. So Isak is very, very elite people. They are all homies, at the end of the day. Isak and Gyökeres. But for me, I'm picking Gyökeres. I'm picking Gyökeres over Isak. I think Gyökeres does the job. This is my thinking on this one. I think Gyökeres really, really does. Another news as well, we'll go to Chelsea. Chelsea reportedly they are now in advanced talks to sign Xavi Simmons. Probably Romano posted the news and then made some news that Chelsea. But I think this the owners are discussing, the owners for this Red Bull and this guy, this Chelsea owner. They are the ones in discussion about Xavi Simmons. But for me, I don't see any difference between Xavi Simmons and Madueke. I don't think you added anything if you're bringing in Xavi Simmons. If you're thinking Xavi Simmons is better than Madueke, I think they are almost the same. They are almost the same. This is my thinking. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But let's see how it goes. Chelsea also want to sign the defender. What's the name of the defender? Hato from Ajax. They are moving for Hato as well. So if they want to get Hato, Chelsea have the bag. That is the thing, man. Chelsea has so much bag that they will make all the moves. But for me, the only thing with Chelsea is they need. For me, I told even Chelsea fans yesterday, the guys were in my chat that Chelsea need to sign some leaders. They need to sign some leaders besides Rich James, who is there who can guide them. There's no one else. They need to sign some leaders in the team. Some leaders. But anyway, Maraska is there. He's going to do his thing at the end of the day. Maybe he feels his team is all right. Maybe his feeling is his team is all right. And then we move to Newcastle, guys. Newcastle are in disarray. Newcastle are in total disarray. Newcastle and the way they're getting soned, the way they're getting humiliated for a team with a strong backing. I I cannot believe it. For a team with a strong backing, but it will just show now because that the team, the structure is not correct. Everything will just peel off because transfer season will just tell him that this team has made good plans. This team hasn't made any good plans, and for Newcastle, for them to be playing Champions League and they're telling us that they only add Elanga to the team. And I think Liverpool just played smart. Liverpool they just saw because Newcastle are good in making good signings. If you notice, Eddie Howe is making some good signings from Bruno Guimaraes, Tonali, Isak. When he brought Isak, no one knew about Isak. He is the one that put him on the map. So maybe Liverpool are like, whatever Newcastle is going to sign, we're just going to sign as well. The same thing that Chelsea does. When Arsenal was going for Modric, they were like, we want Modric, we want Modric. And where is Modric now? He's getting high on some drugs. So I think this is the thing that happened with Isak, that with Ekitike, that Liverpool just saw that this guys wants Ekitike, and then they were like, boom, we're gonna check because Newcastle's recruitment has been on point, and from what I'm hearing, Ed Howe is very, very. He's the one making all the choices. He's the one on the transfer. He's the one doing everything. He will dig deep before he signs any player. So maybe Liverpool, they are thinking like that. But my thing with Newcastle has been like this. If you guys know that uh, Isak is leaving, then why you need to stress about it? Get you some replacement, man. I don't lost Van Persie, bro. I went through it all. I lost Van Persie, one of our best strikers. He left, man. He was like, nah. He was like, nah, I'm going. So I know the feeling. I know the feeling, but this is the thing, guys. If a player wants to go, let him go. You know, you cannot do anything, can you? You cannot do anything. He wants to go, let him go. So if he's going, then let him go. Newcastle also reported they wanted to sign Sesco, and they were already prepared to share their proposal to Sesco, but they're just waiting on Sesco because Sesco before is around 90 to 100 million, but now I think Sesco has had a gentle agreement to reduce the price because the window is moving and Cisco wants to leave. So he's trying to get the fees lower down. I don't know why he didn't do that when Arsenal were bidding for him. When the so-called Mikel Arteta, we got Super Mikel Arteta, was trying to sign him. Why they didn't lower the fees, we don't know. That's just the thing. But it seems like Newcastle are trying to bid in for him. They're trying to bid in for Wissa also because for Wissa they bid 25 million, but it was rejected. And then they bid 30 million. It was also rejected. But now Wissa is going on a hunger strike now. He's talking about, I'm not going to play. I'm not coming for the preseason. Every player now is doing the madness. Every player is doing the most now. Everyone is talking about, I'm not going to join the preseason. I want out. So it sounded like Wissa has refused to join the team because for Wissa, you can understand, bro. You've lost your captain. You've lost your best play partner in them, and then you lost the coach. The coach is like the backbone of the team. So Mbemo, I mean, Wissa is probably thinking, what the hell am I still doing here? From the looks of it, next season they might just be battling for this relegation. That's why Mbemo, that's why all of these people are going. This is why Wissa probably thinking, why I need to put up with this. Why I need let me just go. You cannot blame West at the end of the day because he knows the team is finished. The team is literally finished. It's literally finished. But anyway, people, just thought I'd give you some update on what's happening. About the mask. That the mask is in town, and you might want to go hide inside because if the mask is in town, it's totally bad news for everyone. And we have to see in it. We have to see the preseason is coming up now. He's going to play the Tottenham game, obviously. And then the good thing about Arsenal this season is that we have been able to integrate players quickly. We have been able to sign players in very quickly. That is the main thing. That is our integration. That's something we never do. Big signings like Gyökeres for us usually comes in the last day of the transfer window at 12 midnight. You remember the Ozil team. This is what really happens with us. They usually come on the last day. But it's a good thing, man. I think it's a good thing. Better has been cooking. Better has done some wonders for the team, and I think we need to put some respect on his name because I don't know when was the last time we had a transfer like this. Not to say the transfer is 10 out of 10, but to say the transfer has been a good one. The transfer has been really, really a good one. We have made some solid signings, some needle movers, and we we have been smart. We have been smart about going about our business. This is what I can say. And let's see, man. I don't know what's happening with Manchester United and their bid for Watkins. I don't know if you guys have heard anything because the bid was rejected. So I'm thinking maybe Manchester United they'll come back again with another bid. I'm sure they'll make another bid. I don't know whether they want to take Martinez only or they'll take with Watkins as well. But I don't think they'll get both. I don't think Aston Villa will give them. I don't think so. I don't think so. It will depends with Aston Villa what they get. That is the end of the day. Because Aston Villa don't get their signings, then they will not sell, you know. But United, United should do better this season because you have made some good signings. You cannot say now with Bemo and Cunha that you guys are in a bad position. You're in a very, very good position. You have good attacking forwards. And there's really no excuse now for you two guys. There's really no excuse. You cannot finish bottom half after spending around how much was Bemo 65 and Cunha 60. After spending 100,000, you cannot be in the bottom half. I don't think that does any justice for Amorim. I don't think so. Anyway, people, it was nice for you to tune in. Today I'm gonna do a small one. It's been a long day, so I'm gonna do a small one, and let's catch up tomorrow. Let's catch up tomorrow. For today, I just wanted people to know that Victor Gyökeres is in London. Victor Gyökeres is in the Premier League. So whatever you guys were thinking about doing, whatever your teams were planning on doing, you have to put those things on hold because Victor Gyökeres will shut it down. And I don't know any team with a good defense that can stop him. He scored a hat trick against Man City. Yeah. He has scored 100 goals for the past 2 years. Yes. And he scores goals for fun. He scores goals for fun. And all you people are just wishing if your team had a good striker like Joker, but you don't have. You don't have a striker like Joker. You don't have. Let's see what Liverpool want to do. I'm really interested in Liverpool and whatever they're trying to do. And after these all signings, I need to see what the team's going to look like because signing is a good statement, but going and then making sure that the team plays well, it's another different story as well. You can sign for 200, 300 million. Chelsea spent 2 billion, but they still play Conference League. So people should not get afraid because Liverpool all of a sudden are prepared to spend 400 million and we think it's just going to be something. No, you know, sometimes even if you spend, it does not guarantee anything. Because Premier League is a different ball game. We all know, all of us, what happens in the Premier League. The less game you expect, you are losing the game. You know, so I don't care about this Liverpool talking about they spend several 400 million. Oh, we're going to win the title again. On whose watch you're winning the title again? It's not happening, bro. It's not happening. If Victor Gyökeres is there, it's not happening. That's what I'm going to say. Because for us, you can get goals from everywhere on top of Victor Gyökeres. Merino even was scoring goals, guys. Merino was scoring goals. He's a defender. He was scoring goals. Then what will Victor Gyökeres do? It's just the way it is, man. Some things will never change. I have my striker finally. It's been 3 years I've been crying out for striker, guys. 3 years. But he's finally here. The Swedish man, you know, the sniper, the hitman, John Wick. John Wick settings, man. You don't miss. You will not miss. Let's see the Tottenham game, how it goes, guys. I want to see him in the Tottenham game, and then I can have a full picture. I can have a full picture on him. Not the full, but we'll have some glimpse, even for today when you saw with he had sometimes he was losing the ball, but you could see that something is there with the Wits. He was already linking up with Salah, and he is not stingy with the ball. He's ready to pass the ball. He's not like Salah. If it's Salah, Salah will not pass the ball. He'll be like, I'm going to score on my own. But I don't know, man. Which teams do you guys think are, are really, really dominating in this transfer window? I know people will talk about Liverpool, but let's not forget Man City and Chelsea Spain big as well because of the Club World Cup. And people are just talking about Liverpool, forgetting Pep is there. Pep is there, chilled. He has a vengeance. He's angry. He's got a point to prove. I don't know how the team will play without Kevin De Bruyne, but Pep is there, guys. We should not forget Pep as well. Pep is going to be there, and it's bad news for us, man. Guys, make sure you smash a like. Make sure you smash a like and you subscribe to your boy. Smash them likes, up them likes. Smash them likes. and subscribe, smash them like that. Even if you don't support Arsenal, but Arsenal fans' lives matter as well. So smash them likes, people. I want to hear your thoughts as well on Victor Gyökeres. I know the whole week I've been talking about this, and we've been running our mouths talking about Gyökeres. We're telling everyone. I'm sure everyone is already irritated with this news. But it's a good thing that we have Gyökeres. But if we don't win the title or something, we'll not have anywhere to hide, man. If we don't win the title, if Arsenal fail to win something next season, oh my days, the cooking will be on a whole another level. These guys will make sure they cook us very, very well. But I don't think so, man. I think next season we might have a Carling Cup. No, we might have an FA Cup with the Premier League. Man. I think the Premier League is coming now. Yeah, I think we have the gunman. We have the right guy for the job, and he will definitely deliver. He will definitely deliver. I used to pray for times like this, rounds like this. I used to pray, man, that when Arsenal, people were even supporting Kai Havertz, talking about Kai Havertz is the answer. Kai Havertz is the right guy. We need. Kai Havertz, really? It's not possible, man. It's not possible that we would win the title with Kai Havertz as a gunman. Even Chelsea fans were laughing at us. It's not possible, man. It's not possible. It's not really. But the main news is, can Arsenal pay up the money for Eze? If Arsenal can pay 68 million, I think if we get Eze, it would be okay. I don't think anyone can complain. But let's see, man, how the deal goes. Let's see. Because Eze is a bit hefty, 50, 68 million. I don't think Arsenal will have that money. 68 million to pay. I don't think Arsenal will have that money. I don't think so. Uh, just- time out, time out, time out, time out. Okay, I'm back, people. So I was saying with the news of Isak dropping, and I told people I'm picking Gyökeres over Isak. I'm really very picking Gyökeres over Isak. I don't know what you people think, but I think Gyökeres is the real deal. I know people will run him out because he will not rate him because he's not in the Premier League, but he's the deal, man. He's the real deal, you know. He is the real deal, you know. He's the real deal. Liverpool, if they get Isak, scary out, scary times. We're in trouble, and I'm just, I'm being a hater on this one, and I'm being shameless. I hope they don't sign Isak. Yeah, just push it to next season. Push it to next season. You know, push it to next season. You know, and I think Bayern Munich they want to bid again for Luis Diaz. You know, if they bid again for Luis Diaz, if they get the money they want, because I think Liverpool reported it that they wanted around 80 million for Isak. No, for Diaz. If they get 80 million for Diaz, I think Nunez is gonna move to Saudi. If they get that money, man, we're in trouble. We are in deep, deep trouble. You know, we are in deep trouble because that bald head guy, Slot, he will be cooking something. He's really here to dominate. You know. But I don't think can they do a double? They can do a double, man. If they recruit Isak, they will definitely do a double. They will definitely do a double. But for us now, I think for us as Arsenal fans, we need to look ourselves in the mirror and see that we cannot hide anymore, guys. We need to deliver. We need the trophy ASAP. And the coffee cabinet is now in dust. You know, it's a very very poor pity thing. You know, it's a very very poor pity. You know, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news for all you Chelsea fans. Breaking news. Anyway, Gabi is not there to hear this one. But Morgan Gibbs has signed a new deal with Nottingham Forest until June 2028. Deal with Tottenham after all agreed medical and broke Nottingham Furious with the logo action prepared and after Space approach. MGW accepted to stay in Nottingham Forest this summer. So Tottenham fans, I'm very, very sorry, you know. Morgan Gibbs is not going anywhere. Morgan Gibbs White is staying in Nottingham Forest. You know, I think this guy pulled up the bag. He was like, how much money you want? How much salary you want? 200K. I'm gonna give you 200K. You know this guy, right? He's like Suge Knight. So I think this is what he did on this one. So it seems like Morgan Gibbs White is not coming to. Morgan Gibbs White is not going to join. He's not going to join Tottenham. It's bad news for Tottenham. But at Tottenham, they have like 300 million to spend. So whatever happens, I'm sure Tottenham can get a fine replacement. And Thomas Frank is there. You know, you will come up with something. So, but this is the breaking news, people. Morgan Gibbs White has signed a new deal with Nottingham Forest till June 2028. You know, Morgan Gibbs is not going anywhere. All the talk about free Morgan Gibbs White. Now, Morgan Gibbs White is staying at Nottingham Forest. You know, new deal signed until 2028. 2028. I told you the owner is like Suge Knight, bro. The owner is like Suge Knight. He was like, how much you want? He was like, how much you want? This is the owner. What else has been Fabio Romano been talking about? He also spoke about Arsenal have been in talks with Eze, but nothing solid has been reported of late. You know, we no club talks, nothing formal have we done, and I think Arsenal is depending on if we get some outings, if they can sell Rich Nelson. If they sell Rich Nelson, then maybe they'll have some funds to fund for Eze. You know, so I think Arsenal are barely depending on on some outgoings. You know, so if Fulham can pay up some money, but how much you drink Nelson? Nelson maybe 20, 25 million. for Nelson. He's a young kid. How much, if you want to rate how much wingers are going right now, people like Madueke are going for 50. So how much are you going to charge for Nelson? We need to bid also like 40, 45. But if you bid 40, 45 for teams like Fulham, they cannot afford. They will definitely walk away. They will definitely walk away. It's a lot of money, but I'm happy, bro. Victor Gyökeres, he's here, people. He is here. He is here, He is here, and I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what to talk about now. I don't know if Jokers is there. I've been waiting a long time for this one. Anyway, people, thank you for subscribing and thank you for tuning in to your boy. I just thought I came through with a live for today, daily transfer with the updates. Today haven't been much buzz. Nothing much has been going on in the room in the transfer market. Only Victor Jokers joining, and we waiting on if Newcastle are gonna open a new bid for him. But guys, thank you for joining the live stream. Make sure you smash that like and then you subscribe to your boy. Tomorrow I'm gonna be dropping again another daily show with the daily transfers, anything updated to the daily transfers with Arsenal are really, really keen on bidding for Eze. But we know better, man. Better is going to be cooking as always. What he has shown us already, he has shown us a different thing. So, people, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the time and the support. Your boy is checking out.